Today we're going to unbox and check out the first ever 7-string to appear on my channel. It's made by Fazley, it's called the F7S. Are you ready? So you might have decided that 6 strings aren't quite enough for you, but you're not quite sort of financially ready to make that commitment onto a Schecter or an Ibanez or something like that. So let's check this out. Let's see if it meets its expectations and if it kind of fills that gap that I imagine that this is designed to fill. The expectation being that it's a really cheap guitar, but it's still good quality, and it allows you to kind of feel it out and decide whether 7-string is for you and if you want to sort of take it further. Just so you know, Bax Music didn't just ship it in this box, it was in a much bigger box in a box kind of thing. I just got rid of that box to save you a bit of time. So are you ready? You might notice I'm in a bit of a different location today, and that's because we're having this heat wave at the moment in the UK, so this is the only room with air conditioning. So I've got 3 fans on and an air conditioner, so you might hear a bit of noise, but what can you do? Headstock looks good. Love polystyrene. So it looks good to me. I'll go over the specs with you in a second. Just quickly. No sharp fret ends. The nut looks okay. The relief seems fine. The neck has a nice satin feel, so like a hip shot copy. I'd imagine some kind of coil split. The action's quite high, but that's not much of a problem, we can just lower that. The one thing I have noticed almost immediately is, obviously there's no fret markers, but the dots on the side, they're quite small, so they might take a bit of getting used to, especially on a dark stage. I mean, it's not the end of the world, you can get like stickers and stuff, but just one thing to be aware of is the fret dots are very small. Even unplugs, that low B is just addictive. All right, so let's go through some specs together. So it's a mahogany body, high gloss finish with cream binding, bolt-on neck, hard maple, when normal maple is just not enough, hard maple. Satin gloss finish, just feels more like satin to me. 25.5-inch scale length, maple fretboard, it's quite a nice looking maple fretboard. 15-inch radius, 24 frets, medium fret size, a bone nut, maybe like a synthetic bone nut, maybe, I don't know. Position markers, none. Yeah. Hardware fixed bridge with 6 block saddles. Hope not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Die-cast machine heads. 10 to 56. Yeah, that's pretty good. Passive humbucker in the bridge, direct mount. Passive humbucker in the neck, direct mount. Volume, tone, 3-way, and this is a coil split. So if we have a look at the back, got a decent cutaway, pretty good access. We can see 1, 2, 3 pieces to the body, not that matters, or maybe it does. The frets actually feel pretty good, like they've actually been polished. So on a guitar at this kind of price point, the frets usually feel pretty bad, but that's quite a nice surprise. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're way better than they usually are on guitars of this price point. But so far, I haven't plugged it in, so I don't know how it sounds. But at this point, judging just by the specs and the build quality and finish, I'm quite impressed. Oh, I'm really impressed. There's nothing other than the fret dot size, the fret marker sizes. They will be a problem, I'm sure. But other than that, I'm happy with this guitar, and hopefully it sounds good plugged in. I've just noticed the arm carve is very comfortable. So let's plug it in and hear how it sounds. I'm using a whole like travel rig today, so it's my first time using it, so hopefully it all works out. If it doesn't, you won't even be seeing this video, so I don't even know why I'm speaking. Let's hear how it sounds. So what did you think? So I've played 3 Fazleys now. I've played a Tom DeLonge kind of Strat, a P90 loaded gold top, and this. And I have to say, this is probably the best one. The other 2 were good. This is better. And I'm not a 7-string player. I don't have a 7-string. I do have an 8-string, which is kind of weird because I've got 6-string and I've got 8-string, but I don't have a 7-string. So coming from somebody who isn't a 7-string player, I think Fazley have done it right. I think that they've just got it right. If I'm looking to sort of dip my toes into the kind of 7-string world, I don't want to be paying £300, £400, £500 plus. I want to just get something cheap and try it out, see if it's for me. But I want it to be good as well, because what's the point otherwise? And this is it. This is good. This is cheap. And if you've got a good 7-string, this will make the perfect backup guitar. Like all new guitars, I had to stretch the strings in loads to get it to stay in tune, but that's to be expected. When you do your next string change, you're gonna have to do the same thing. Otherwise, it's not going to stay in tune. Once the strings were stretched in, they stayed in tune really well. I was sort of going between drop A and traditional B tuning. And the gauge of string that Fazley have used for the 7th string, a 56, works really well in either B or A. So the price is good, the build quality is good, the sound is good. I thought the sound was good. What did you think of the sound? I thought the pickup sounded pretty good. What did you think? The coil split worked really well. There was a noticeable drop in volume, as there always is, and as there should be. Did it do a convincing single coil tone? I don't know, do any split humbuckers do a convincing single coil tone? It's always a bit of a compromise. Hopefully, if you're looking into one of these 7 strings, this has helped make your choice a little bit easier. Obviously, this is the one that I received. Fazley did send this out to me. I don't get to keep it, I have to send it back, but it wasn't sort of cherry picked. It just comes from their warehouse, whatever they've got. So hopefully if you do get one, it'll be something like this at least. Other than the fret markers, I don't have anything to complain about with this guitar. The fret markers are an issue though. I found them to be an issue, you might not, but just to warn you, maybe get some stickers or maybe use a Sharpie or something. And when it comes to the name Fazley, am I saying it right? Because I see all these other YouTubers, they're calling it Fazley, but I'm getting these weird messages from somebody up north and he keeps referring to it as Fazley. So I'm now thinking maybe I'm actually saying it wrong because I looked at the spelling the other day and I'm like, yeah, that could be Fazley. So Fazley, what do you think? And while we're on the subject of Fazley, I found that, I just want to give a bit of feedback on the company so far. And I found them to be very sort of responsive and very, they want to know like what's wrong, if there are any issues, what they can put right. So I think that's a good sign that they really care about the product that they're putting out. Are they the best in this price range? I'm not sure. They're definitely up there, and just the fact that they want to sort of get your feedback and improve just shows that they do care. And I don't have any problem recommending Fazley. I know a few of you have already bought off the back of my reviews, and that was a weird moment for me because that really made me think like, am I being 100% transparent with this? Because it's really easy when a company's sending you stuff to kind of gloss over things, but in the guitars that I've tried out, I really do feel quite confident in recommending them. So, and if you do get one and it's not quite to the standard you expect, their return policy is brilliant. It's easy enough. You just email them, they send you out a like a returns label sticker, put it back on the box, take it to your post office or whatever, and it's all paid for, all dealt with, and I'm sure they'll just send you out another one that meets the high standard that you expect. And if you're interested in finding out more about the kind of quality you can expect from Fazley guitars, check out this video just here. It's one I reviewed and demoed quite recently. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. And I'll see you as well.